Okay, so we're now on the Shrewsbury to Bastchurch Road, coming in through Walford, as you can see on the sign there, 30 mile an hour speed limit. And obviously a lot of paint on the road usually signifies a lot of danger. You've got the sign there that tells people are crossing, and so we've got to look out for our pedestrians. Just looking well ahead, I can see a mirror on the left hand side there, just hidden behind the trees. There it is. So that's a point of danger. So just be very mindful, use the mirrors. Those mirrors on the walls, usually they're there for the vehicles coming out the entrance to be able to see us. So if we look into the mirrors, we should be able to see them. So use every opportunity to gain as much information as possible. Okay, so we're coming out at 30 mile an hour speed limit now. We're accelerating up to national speed limit, nice and smoothly. We're checking our mirrors just before we're leaving the speed limit, just to ensure that no vehicles are trying to get the drop on us as we were coming away. So again, just looking ahead, signs here, tells speed cameras. Maybe not a speed camera, if it's a sign, there's obviously an area of danger. We've got a 40 mile an hour speed limit. Checking my mirrors, using the brakes to come down, just coming off just as we hit the signs. Careful not to dip under the speed limits. Once we got down to a 40 mile an hour speed limit, selected the appropriate gear. Got the crossroads ahead, scanning from left to right, just to see if I've got any clues that anything might be appearing at these crossroads. Both sides of the view is fairly limited, so I took a balanced route through there to give me the safest margin from both sides. Got another mirror here on the right hand side, again just looking into it, moving away from that right hand side just in case. A lot of built up area here, driveways coming off houses and this right hand bend, so again I've balanced up my view, put myself in a safe place and balanced my view. Then just checking my mirrors as I was going out to that speed limit. Okay, I should just mention at the moment that my camera is actually positioned on the right hand side of my motorcycle, so it might give you a little bit of a distorted view of where I'm actually sitting in the road. By about 300 mil or a foot in old measurements. So that'll give you some idea to the centre of my bike. Okay, we've got that vehicle there overtaking, we've got the junction coming in from the left. We always want to try and avoid doing it at all times. Scanning the hedges as we approach in that junction. Looking well ahead, I've got a road sign, so there's a corner going to the left and it's got a road coming in from the right, so I'm just having a quick scan over the hedges if I can see anything. Can't really see a lot, but you never know. If you don't look, you'll never see anything at all. So I've got a good clear view round to the left, so just cutting this corner a little bit. Okay, I've got another sign here, tells me it's a corner to the right, with the junction coming in from the left. I'm actually going to take that left-hand junction, so nice early rear observations, quick shoulder check just to make sure there's nothing in my blind spot, which is highly unlikely, but always give yourself as much information as possible. Got quite a wide sweep into this junction because it's quite, the view is restricted. So again, by taking that wide route in, I was giving myself better observations and also making the corner a little bit not so sharp either. So again, positioning to my left, going into that right hand bend, got my view, I've got roads coming in or driveways coming in from my right hand side. There's an entrance to an industrial estate here, so I'm going to move over to the left just to an early view into there. The old railway crossings. Worth mentioning that anything, every time you find something that's going to change your riding pattern, we should be assessing our observations, including behind. So now we're going to be turning right here, so now I'm slowing down nice and early for this junction, which gives me plenty of time to observe to the left and to the right. There's nothing coming, so I can just feed out nicely. Accelerating away. When we're coming up to road junctions, the idea is to actually slow down nice and early, so it gives us time to assess and get as much information. And if we can just flow off that junction without having to stop, it just makes everything nice and smooth. But also by approaching slowly, just on the back brake, if you have to stop, you just pull the clutch in and apply a little bit more pressure to the back, and the bike stops easily and under balance. I'm just going to be moving away from this car a little bit. I've got a driveway coming in from the left here from the farmyard, so I'm just moving away from that now. If I'm making any massive move on the road, so if I'm moving extreme to left or right, do check my mirrors before I do it. Just going over the brow of this bank, there's a cyclist, nothing coming the other way, so fine. Regarding cyclists, if you've got cyclists coming towards you and you've got limited view behind them, move to the left if it's safe to do so. So if anything does come round the corner or comes up behind them fast, A, they're not going to hit the cyclist, but you're giving them room to move in, because sometimes they're travelling so fast they can't stop, and all they've got to do is push the way through. So you're making yourself and the cyclist safer. Okay, check your mirrors regularly along this road. We're actually doing 60 miles an hour. The vehicles do travel a lot quicker. Things can change fairly fast behind us. Okay, we've got this road, it meanders a little bit, so we're just going to try and straighten it out on the road side of the road. And looking well ahead, looking for anything, looking for every clue I can get to develop my riding plan. Well ahead now, I can actually see another main road coming in. Looks like an island, it's fairly busy. I can see traffic coming up from the right through the hedgerows. So again, checking my mirrors nice and early, just checking that blind spot, making sure there's nothing in it. I'm going to be looking to go ahead on this island, so I'm looking to straight line it. Just going to try and adjust my pace onto the island so I don't have to stop, which is good work. Yes it is, yes sir, I'm away. Get that indicator on nice and early. I've got this high side of your vehicle, the van always obscures our view, so always try and ride in position for view, but also keeping yourself at the same time. I'm not actually getting too close to the van, I don't think there's much of an opportunity to overtake. However, I'm going to move to the left now, just checking my mirror, I'm going to have a look. I'm widening my angle around that corner just to get the longest view. Checking my right hand mirror, I've got a vehicle that's coming up behind me, but it's not too close to worry me at the moment. Vehicle in front's doing 55, so it'd be difficult to pull and overtake it within the speed limit. This vehicle's turning left at the island, just checking my mirrors, I'm just checking my blind spot. The vehicle was right on my tail, he actually come right up on me, but as soon as I just turned my head around, he backed off me straight away. He's backed right away now. Must have upset him, didn't like the look of me. Again, looking well ahead, checking mirrors. Keeping away from the oncoming traffic in case you start to wonder. Okay, I'm going to be taking the third exit here now, off this island. There's 4 exits. Get my indicator on. Just checking my left hand side now, because there's a blind spot there and the vehicle's coming into my blind spot there. So again, just mindful of that vehicle. I'm going to get my indicator on nice and early now. Quick shoulder check, because in case anything was coming up around the inside of me there, because the island's quite wide. I'm pulling out from a position for you. I'm just going to nip this one car here because I can just get in. Rolling off the throttle as I'm coming up the side of him. Just quick shoulder check moving in. And I'm going to take this one as well. There's nothing in the lay-by.